Heartland Season 20, Episode 1 opens with a quiet weight that settles over the ranch long before Ty ever appears. The land looks familiar, but everything feels different, as though the years of loss have seeped into the soil itself. Amy moves through her morning with practiced calm, carrying the strength she built out of necessity, not choice. Her gestures are steady, yet every pause suggests something unfinished. Heartland has always understood that grief does not announce itself loudly, and this episode leans into that truth. Instead of spectacle, it offers stillness, allowing the audience to feel the same heaviness the characters carry. Ty's return is not framed as a miracle, it is framed as memory coming back to life. The story carefully retraces the emotional path that led here. Ty was never simply a love interest, he was a journey. From troubled beginnings to compassionate healer, from uncertain youth to devoted partner. His growth mirrored the heartbeat of the series. His absence left more than an empty space. It forced Amy to become someone new, someone resilient, someone quietly broken yet determined. The ranch continued, Lindy grew, and life pushed forward, but love remained suspended in time. Heartland honors that reality by refusing to rush the moment. Small reminders appear everywhere, routines once shared, corners of the ranch that echo with history, and conversations that hover around what cannot be said. When Ty finally stands before Amy again, the moment resists melodrama. Silence dominates. Recognition arrives before comprehension. Her eyes reveal everything words cannot contain: disbelief, longing, fear, and the echo of pain she never truly released. Love returns instantly, but it is complicated by survival. Amy has spent years learning to live without him, learning how to hold grief without drowning. Now that structure trembles. The strength she built does not disappear, it falters under the weight of memory. Her hesitation is not rejection, it is honesty. Healing does not erase wounds, it learns to coexist with them. Lindy becomes the quiet center of hope. She does not carry the burden of shared history, yet she senses truth instinctively. Her response is gentle curiosity, followed by recognition that transcends explanation. In her presence, Ty's return transforms from disruption into possibility. She bridges what was lost with what may still grow. Innocence reframes sorrow. Where adults see risk, she sees connection. Through Lindy, the story reminds us that love survives interruption and adapts to time. Around them, the family absorbs the shock in different ways. Jack's acceptance is calm, shaped by years of understanding life's circular paths. Lou watches cautiously, protective of the sister she held together. Tim masks feeling with humor, revealing emotion only in fleeting glances. Georgie observes with maturity, offering quiet support rather than intrusion. Each reaction forms part of a collective reckoning. Ty is not returning to a frozen moment. He is stepping into lives reshaped by absence. The ranch has carried on, but the heart of it never fully closed the door. The emotional center of the episode deepens when Amy and Ty finally speak alone, not as a reunited couple, but as two people carrying parallel pain. The conversation avoids easy comfort. There are pauses where words almost surface and then retreat, moments where the weight of the past presses too heavily to ignore. Amy speaks with a calm that barely holds together, describing the years she spent rebuilding herself, piece by piece. She does not accuse him. She does not soften the truth either. Her voice carries the exhaustion of someone who learned how to survive without closure. Ty listens, fully present, understanding that explanations cannot undo absence. Accountability replaces defense, and that shift changes everything. This exchange reframes Ty's return. It is not about undoing loss or restoring a version of life that no longer exists. It is about acknowledging damage while allowing space for something new to form. Amy's pain does not disappear because he is standing in front of her. If anything, it sharpens. Love returns, but so does grief. Heartland refuses to choose between them, showing instead how both can exist simultaneously. That realism is what makes the moment resonate. There is no promise of immediate forgiveness, no certainty of reunion. What emerges instead is recognition, two people seeing each other clearly after years of silence. The family dinner that follows feels heavier and warmer at the same time. No one announces anything, yet everything has changed. Ty does not reclaim his place. He waits to be allowed into it. Jack's steady presence grounds the room, offering silent permission for healing to begin. Lou relaxes just enough to breathe, her vigilance softened by honesty. Tim fills the air with humor, easing tension without erasing meaning. Georgie's quiet awareness keeps the moment balanced. Lindy's presence binds them all together, her comfort signaling acceptance beyond words. Amy sits among them feeling something unfamiliar, not certainty, but relief. The table feels whole, not because the past is repaired, but because the present is finally honest. By the end of the episode, Heartland delivers its most powerful message without speeches or spectacle. Love does not end when someone is lost. It waits, it changes, and sometimes it returns carrying consequences. Ty's reappearance is not framed as destiny fulfilled, but as a second chance burdened with responsibility. Amy's journey forward is not about choosing between past and future, but learning how to let both inform who she becomes next. The episode closes with openness rather than resolution, trusting the audience to sit with uncertainty. This is why Ty's return hits so hard. It respects grief instead of rewriting it. It honors growth instead of reversing it. Heartland reminds us that healing is not dramatic or linear. It happens in quiet conversations, shared meals, hesitant glances, and the courage to feel again. The ranch remains the same, yet everything within it has shifted. Love has found its way back, not as an answer, but as a question that finally feels worth asking.